The punter, Jack Fox, handling the kickoffs. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Milton. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Good work on the ground. He's got it. First down. Up at about the 42.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. And some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. He'll get this out wide. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Up the middle they go. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. Got a man. That's Tolbert. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on fourth down.
Well, this is how you dream up the opening script. You get the ball first, and you want to go down and set the tone for the rest of the game. Well, it looks like the coaches did a great job when they built that script during the week. With that big-time throw, they got a shot now with first and goal to end this opening drive with a touchdown.
Here's a run. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First and 10. Now the second-year man out of Alabama, Jahmyr Gibbs. Up the sideline, past midfield. Down the sideline to the 20. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one brought in at the 16-yard. Now on the return, he has lost the football. And when we talk about momentum and trying to stop negative momentum, it's moments like this. Not only did you just give up the big score, but now, Greg, they've got to get that defense back on the field after the fumble. Yeah, and on one sideline, you're riding high. I mean, the last two plays could not have gone any better. And then on the other sideline, they couldn't have gone any worse. Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands? He's got room to roam. That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal. When you throw on the Detroit Lions tape, Mike, I mean, of course, we all know who Amon-Ra St. Brown is, but the best thing about his game is there's really nothing he doesn't do at a high level. Make difficult catches, move the chains. But he's also that big play elite receiver that everybody's looking for. Top 5 in catches, yards, and touchdowns a season ago. Here's Gibbs. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Second and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's in the end zone and intercepted. That's the safety, Malik Hooker. I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. This drive will start on the ground. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. DJ Reader, as usual, from that interior spot with the play. Here's second and 9. From the gun, here's Milton. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Third and long. He'll drop to throw. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. He'll look to throw. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. All even on the scoreboard. We're back to Arlington in a moment. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
On third down, they'll try to get it on the ground. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. Aubrey, good with the extra point. The Cowboys will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Patrick motioning here. A 2nd down throw for Goff. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush.
And that ball's intercepted by Trayvon Diggs. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
To the left. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a 1st down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll push forward for about a yard. The big lineman, Aleem McNeil, ends the play there. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he will get into the end zone. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown Cowboys. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will take a 21-7 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Goff. Quick slant caught by St. Brown. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's Goff. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Nice first down pickup there by Sam Laporta, the 2nd-year tight end out of Iowa. And you talk about having a breakout rookie campaign, Mike. I mean, to make the Pro Bowl as a rookie at the tight end position is no easy feat. He kind of burst onto the scene as the Lions found themselves in the NFC Championship. I had a chance this summer to spend some time with him at our TEU, kind of our tight end only camp that I run with Kelsey and Kittle in Nashville. And seeing him work up close and personal, you can see why, even though he's a young player, he's had the level of success that he's had only 2 years now into his career.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Deron Bryant. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Goff to throw. And this will be incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up. Williams in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back to Arlington and AT&T Stadium after this. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing, Goff. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
2nd down and 8. Now, Goff. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The open man is Tolbert. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. Here's 1st and 10. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. He gains nothing.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. So it's halftime here in Arlington with the Cowboys in front. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. 3rd and a yard. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On 2nd down, Goff. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. Sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Lamb. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now a give on the ground. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
Just a little too much east and west there for my liking. I understand what they're trying to do, getting the ball out on the perimeter, but on these early downs, plant your foot and get downhill. Great job by the defense stringing it out, and they're able to force him down for a loss.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stick with him again. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
They'll give it to Lamb on the jet sweep. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, that's Tolbert. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a toss, left side, it's Williams. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll turn and hand this one off. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run this one in. And he will score again. Touchdown, Dallas. That is his 3rd touchdown of the game and his 9th for the year. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is hard. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal. Throwing on 2nd down, Goff.
While he was running away from the pocket, Mike, Was he going to just throw that one away or try to make something out of nothing? Give him credit. He does a nice job picking up some positive yardage before he's forced to go out of bounds.
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's third. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Donovan Wilson.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll begin here on the ground. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the give, it's Williams. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Now a run on first down. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
And they'll stop him. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. Well, this one is in reverse again. They're going to lose more yardage here, and it's going to bring up 4th down. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Goff to throw. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. That's caught by Gibbs. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the first down.
And he holds on to it here as he's out of bounds. That's a yard or two shy of the line of scrimmage. Therefore, that's a sack. Here's a 2nd and 12. Now Goff. That is caught. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
His kick is good. Makes the score Cowboys 35, Lions 21.
Looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it.